Good afternoon, CFM. It's time for a low and slow workout. That is our zone 2 cardio. So think heart rate between 120 and 140 the whole time. For a zone 2 workout, we're gonna start with a very short warm up. So today I just wanna do 10 quick shuttle runs. Then we're gonna do a little pogo hops circuit. So just 10 reps of a pogo hop. And again, on that, I know it's a lot of detail. I put a lot of detail into a very simple movement. You think I'm just jumping off the ground. How complicated can it be? But I'll tell you, there's a difference in the adaptation that you get in the tissues of the lower extremities with a pogo hop that is light and springy and has a very quick ground contact time, and one where you're just jumping like this. Both of those are jumps. The one that will give you the best bang for your buck in terms of tissue longevity, reactive strength, resistance to injury is the one where I'm practicing bouncing, keeping my body rigid like a plank, okay? That's why we do that. And thank you for humoring me and allowing me to belabor those points. All right, 5 toe touch overhead reach. So just reach down to your toes, relax, uncoil your spine and your neck, reach up tall up on the toes. Next one is just gonna be some lateral lunges. You don't have to go down to a parallel position here. I just want you to practice stepping out, stretching, and then stepping back to the middle. We're gonna do that with a plate overhead later in the workout, so that's kind of like a little precursor to it. Then we're gonna grab equipment. So you need your plate, you need a monster band, you need a kettlebell of a moderate variety, and then we'll have the bikes and the rowers out, and any other cardio tool that you would like to use is totally fine for this. Some people cannot maintain a zone 2 pace when they run, no matter how slow they run, and that is okay, right? So you can make sure that, and the same thing for jumping rope, right? Jumping rope is something that is really hard to do for a long period of time and not have a super high heart rate, okay? So make sure that when we say light rope skipping, you keep it to light rope skipping, and if we need to adjust the time on that, we adjust the time on that, okay? All right, so 42 minutes, steady pace, keep your heart rate in that zone. It's gonna be 4 blocks with a 30-second switch in between blocks, right? So that's where the extra 2 minutes comes from. So we'll go, block 1 is rowing, block 2 is biking, block 3, 1 minute of light rope skipping, and then into this little circuit where we'll do our band monster walk. So you have the band around your shins or just below the kneecaps, and we're either walking backward, walking to the side, walking forward. Any of those are fine. Take the band off then and come back with a burpee. I'm sorry, not a burpee, a bear crawl. Next one is burpee broad jump. So down to the ground, back up to your feet, and broad jump. All right, next one is just a walk and lunge, okay? And that is our little circuit. After you finish that walk and lunge, go back to about a minute of light rope skipping. If you feel like the rope skipping takes you to a place with your heart rate that is not good, right? And in that like you cannot maintain that zone 2 pace when you're doing rope skipping, then feel free to use a different cardio tool, but make sure that you're doing some other version of cardio when you start that. The last block is a core circuit. So we'll do a moderate weight windmill. So that is with the kettlebell in the overhead position on one hand, feet pointed away from that side, the back of the other hand sliding down the inside of my leg, and then squeezing and standing tall, right? That is my windmill. When we finish that, we'll take that into a Turkish get up. So you can lay right down on the ground, do 1 rep on each arm of our Turkish get up, and then back down. And then the next one is an overhead lateral lunge. So now I've got my plate and I've got it up in the overhead position, stepping out to the side, slight lunge, and then back up, other side, slight lunge, and then back up. And if you don't get the parallel, that is fine. You do not need to do a Cossack squat. This is more of a lateral movement as opposed to a rotational squat movement, okay? And then the last one is dead bugs. We're doing 10 reps of our dead bug on each side. Whew. And you can do these contralateral like this. You can do them ipsilateral if you want to, or you can do everything at the same time if you want to. And that's it for today. Hope you guys had a great one. I'll see you on Thursday.